Did you know there is a man who wakes up in the morning and does not even know what has happened? He's actually become a stranger to himself. I look forward, man. I've always told you guys I'm on the other side of the mountain, man. I'm down the hill. 5 years down the hill. I always say when I hit 50, I went on the other side of the hill. And I've always loved to know that this is my life and this is what has happened to me. And this is why I need to talk to you, because there's a lot of young men out there that just are, who are not locked in to the right reality. And if you're in the wrong reality, loneliness can be a very, very detrimental thing to a lot of young men out there, because there is a lot of young men out there that they're just alone. I mean, he's just actually become a stranger to himself. He came pointing out the day, and the unfortunate about that is that there was no funeral, there was no diagnosis, but somewhere between what he was at 18 and who he is right now, he's just been quietly disappearing. And I get it. Now, I need to explain to you guys why the disappearance. Why does this happen to a lot of young men? And a lot of people don't even understand. See, the disappearance happens when you start to realize all the information that you have always taken in from mom and dad, pastors and teachers is not you. It's not your reality. And then you start to wake up and realize there's more out there than I ever knew. And all this time I've been just rotting away mentally, okay? And a lot of guys, again, you don't need a funeral or anything like this, just piece by piece, okay? And what makes all of this worse is a lot of young men don't even know it yet. I know the reality you're in is depressing. I know the reality you're in is frustrating. It bothers you. I get all of that, and I know that. But the question that you have to ask yourself at the end of the day is, where did everything go? Where did it all go? Why did it leave me? Or, when did my life become this thing? And the disappearance that happens for a lot of guys begins so early, and that's the wound that opens. And it's one that a young man just cannot sit alone with himself anymore. And I don't know, that maybe that was the first thing that went first in these guys. I don't know, but there is a silence that it just not only fills the room, but it also hurts the room. It hurts the man. It hurts everything that he is. And what is so frustrating is that he doesn't even know who he is to himself. And that's what we're going to talk about today, because it's evidence, okay? It's a lot of young men out there that, they want their telephone to ring. They want women to reach out to them. And I know as crazy as it sounds, man, but once you get the game, you are not going to want your phone to ring, man. You are not going to want your phone to ring. Man, I can't tell you, and I'm proud of my clients. I had so many guys worry about telling other women who wanted to spend the 4th of July with them, no, I'm spending it by myself. I'm going to chill with my family, and upset a lot of women. And these guys didn't understand that, man. I had no idea women are always going to jump at you when you have this game, man. But a lot of guys out here is that for many of you guys out here where the pain begins, the pain starts, and things like that is, he's picking up his phone actually before his eyes fully open. A lot of these young men are driving around filling their life with podcasts and YouTubes and swipes and everything, and he sleeps with the TV on, not because he's entertained, but because of the silence. And the silence walks in. I crave silence. And gentlemen, I know that sounds crazy, but the deeper you get into the game, you're actually going to crave the silence, because it's in the silence that you find peace. Oh man, guys, I'm telling you, man, a lot of you guys run away from silence, but the silence, man, when you unlock your mind, one thought, one mind, one way. That's why I keep trying. I can't, man. I am so excited. I'm like I'm like that kid at 25 years old. You know that kid that's like 6 years old or 5 years old, knowing it's Christmas, it's December, and man, you're counting down the days for Christmas, man. I'm counting the days to open this school up to get y'all guys to see everything all at once, man. And it's just putting you into a place of comfort. I'm not just a guy that's actually going to be entertained or anything like that, man. I get it. There is a void in a lot of young men that they're craving and looking for answers left and right. And I get it. A lot of people are going what they're going through, and I'm never going to take that lightly, because I understand what's happening to you, especially the ones that actually are man enough to reach out and discuss these things. I'm so proud of you. I think it's great. I think it's awesome that you are able to share your information and able to share what's going on in your life. I think that is awesome. And this doesn't come from fear, all right? All right. What I'm saying to many of you guys out there is a version of you out here, not here where you're at, but there's a version of you out there somewhere that you have not even tapped into. And many guys out here don't understand that version because they can't hear that version calling out and saying, connect with me. I need you. I need your guidance. And a lot of these guys, they're so busy caught in their own thoughts, they're not thinking. I keep telling you, in your reality, the reason why it's so bad, because you are living off of your thoughts versus the reality that you should be in of thinking. And most of you guys out there, all you're doing is sitting around feeding the wrong mindset, feeding him basic questions, basic thoughts, basic quick answers. And that's the mind knowing that it's got you, because it wants to train you to make you think that doing basic things and getting basic answers is actually going to help you out. And what's so bad about it, these young men, is that they get mad. And it's okay. It's okay to be mad. It's okay to get angry. It's okay to be bitter. It's okay to be frustrated. I don't say it's okay in a good or bad way. I get it. But the thing that young man doesn't understand is that when people are actually trying to help you, it's like you're arguing with those people because you want to feel that what you're feeling is right. And I get it. Your mind wants you to feel like what you know is right, but that's ego. That's the reality that you're in. You're in a reality where ego and self-importance is dominating who you are right now. And this is why the loneliness creeps in, because it's the cost of the loneliness. It's the cost of not the relationship that you have with the next woman that's going to fail, or the next woman that you ask to be your wife, to ask to be your girlfriend, to ask to date, to ask to be in a relationship. The cost is a relationship with yourself that you don't understand, man. And the decision you can't make, that's what tears a lot of guys down. There's a direction that you feel is missing. There's information that you feel are problems. You have more information in front of you than most people have ever had in the history of man, right now at your feet. But just because you have information, all information is not good information. And for many guys, man, the woman that you want to be with, the woman that you adore, the woman that you feel is your person, she's not your person. She's a person. A lot of young men will look at women and say, you're my person because your body fits what I like. Your lips fit what I like. Your face fits what I like. And man, let me tell you, man, at your age, luckily I was learning the game, I realized that I've run into a lot of women that are very, very attractive. I will never take anything away, but I like to be around what I call attractive women. But it's attractive in my reality, not yours. We all have attraction through our own lens, but I just can only speak for myself. But regardless of what I see as attractive or not, y'all know what I mean by the word attractive. But the thing that you don't know that I'm trying to explain to you is that even though these women were beautiful and they were attractive and they were these things, it just wasn't worthy of me because they didn't move the way I needed them to move. And when they don't move the way I need them to move, they're not as attractive to me as most of you guys would figure they are attractive. And that's what changes up the dynamics. Because the wife who feels distant, okay, is a woman waiting for a man to present himself to that woman. And this is why I'm saying it's important that we have this conversation, because the loneliness in which you're going to feel, even being with a woman, sometimes we still feel lonely for a lot of guys. You text from a lonely perspective, you date from a lonely perspective, you have relationships from lonely perspectives. And the reason why you're having those perspectives is based off of how the woman sees, how the woman feels about you, what you think about yourself. All these things play a powerful role. Then see, at the end of the day, your job, all right, that you need to have, all right, and the job that many of you guys hate, man, and many of you guys just I get it, man. I've got to pay these bills, and I've got to deal with the manager, the employees. I hate my job, and I've always had conversations with young men, especially coaching this, who are lonely, but they're so lonely, they get to their job and they feel that bad, man. You know, there's a movie called, what is that Japanese? We teach them? Teaching them a lesson. Or it's either teach them a lesson or teach me a lesson. I forgot what it's called. It's a great Japanese movie. Or it's a series, 10 episodes about the things that young people go through. There's a lot of depression, a lot of drugs, a lot of bullying, but we're not at that point. I'm talking about for you guys out there. You've lived through all that. And because you lived all that, there's something triggered inside of you that has upset you miserably, where you feel that you just don't know who you are as a person, and you're trying to find yourself through all this information. And there's this side of you that you just are looking for to fix, okay? And I've always asked you guys out here to learn yourself, and I just want you to just take time to learn and appreciate the life that you have right now. It might not be the best life, but guys, I didn't have the best life. Man, guys, riding the bus 2 times a day, I love doing it because I was proud. I was proud to save my money. I hated the fact that I was doing what I was doing. I mean, the fact that I didn't like riding the bus, but I knew it was something. It was a necessity, so I did it. I didn't get upset or mad at that. I just knew that it was something I had to do. So I looked at the other side to it, and what made me balance that out was I was saving gas. I saved gas money. I don't mind. I had to sacrifice a few extra hours to get up, but I couldn't sleep anyway. So this is what I would do. I'd game it out. Now, in order to get the proper sleep, I would need at that time about 2 or 3 hours of sleep. So I would work until 1, 2, 3 in the morning. Try to grab a quick hour in that morning, get right back up, get on the bus, crash. I sleep on the bus, but I had a timer in my head. And a lot of people know this, like when you ride the bus so much, you have a timer in your head knowing when it's time to get up, when it's time to wake up to the next stop. So that's how I used to do it. Now, riding back, I would have a woman either pick me up, you know, or they want to give me the car at lunchtime or something like that. But I'm saying you don't have to have someone do that. But when you have game, women don't want to see you riding the bus, even though you have pride. I love riding the bus, but it was here nor there. But what I'm saying is that as a man, I never ever put myself in a position to lose myself. I don't want you guys to lose yourself, because losing yourself is more detrimental to you young guys than trying to gain who you are as a man. And I know a lot of you guys feel like the world is coming down on you. You feel like you don't have a chance. You feel like your opportunities are going away, and that's not true, okay? What I'm saying is that we have to live back into the silence and understand what the silence is all about. We have to go into those moments where we feel like we just don't have a chance. I'm never going to give you any type of motivation and tell you got a chance. Life is going to be great. Just stick your head up, kid, and you're going to do all these. Man, I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that to you. It wouldn't be fair to do that to you. But it would be unfair to tell you that this is going to be who you are going to be. I can never say that, and I'll tell you why I can't tell you. I don't know who you're going to be, because I don't know who you want to be. A lot of you guys, if you listen to the show, guys, if you listen to the show we did on Sunday, listen to those guys. You don't have to be those guys. One guy's listened to us for 5 years. Another guy's listened to us for 1 year. If you would go back and just listen to it, you don't have to. The good news is you don't have to be those guys. They are who they are. They are stuck in their ways, and they are never going to change. That doesn't mean you can't change. You just have to figure out what it is you want to be for nobody else but yourself. And then be willing enough to listen to someone guide you on how to be the thing you actually want to be. And if you get the proper guidance on that, man, everything's going to happen, okay? Man, it's just think of the reality of you reaching a door, man, and at the end of the day, man, you don't need to comment. You just need to soak up what I'm saying. We are a little bit different here. We don't need to comment all the time. You can. I appreciate your comments. But what we need to do is we need to get you to think about yourself in a different way than you think about yourself right now. What is hurting you right now is the way you see the world, the way you see yourself, and the way you think the world is. But it's not really the world that you're thinking about, okay? Because what's happening to you right now is not you. And I know that sounds crazy, but that is why you feel so lonely right now. Because there is a part of you trying to find a way to escape what is happening. And the only way, oh, I'm sorry, my phone messed up. The only way you can escape that is to learn the game. I know. Fuck, not again, not the game. No, I don't want to learn the game. Don't learn. It's cool. I can't wait, guys. I can't wait for the school, man. I cannot wait for the school. But I just want y'all guys, I want y'all guys to know, and I want you guys to be reassured that at the end of the day, as a man, that one thing men don't do, one thing men will never do or never think about doing, is we're never going to put ourselves in a position to hurt ourselves. I don't want you to hurt. I want you to grow. But again, at the end of the day, the choice is always going to be yours and what you want to do. And I know that thing that is hurting you right now and bothering you right now is there in the forefront. And unfortunately, he's not going away. He's there forever, because right now, that's who you think you are. You think there's no way out, but I'm going to tell you something right now. There is a way out. You think you're the only one having the problem? No, you're not the only guy having the problem. There's a lot of guys having the problem. That's why I like that movie, Teach Me a Lesson, because there's a lot of tough love in that movie. There's a lot of tough love in that movie. There's a lot of tough love, and that's something a lot of young men need. I won't push into masculinity, but I'll push into the tough love, because without the tough love, a lot of you guys are going to be blind. Because right now, the way the world is working for you is not working for you, it's actually working against you. And as long as you're looking at the world the way you're looking at the world, you're not going to win in this thing. I want you guys to win. But the only way that you are going to win in all of this is seeing you, seeing what you are, why you are, and where you need to go. And if you can see where you are, why you are, and what you are, you got this, man. At the end of the day, I got you. But you know, I can't teach you to be me. And I hope you live past 55. I don't know where you're going, but as long as you're going in the direction you're going in right now, I hope before you get to that edge of that cliff, you actually wake up, realize your worth, value, and potential, and you decide on growing and becoming the man I know you can be. But at the end of the day, the choice is always going to be yours. That was a beautiful thing. It's the beauty about the game. Game just doesn't force you or ask you to be anything that you don't want to be. Either you're going to be that thing, live, grow, learn, evolve, and all that, or not. The choice is always going to be yours, gentlemen. But the question is, what do you want to be? What do you want to be? What's the plan? If there's no plan, then you're not going to be exactly where you want to be. You're not going to go exactly where you need to go. And everything you're going to do is always going to be a struggle and a problem and issues. So it's okay. For those guys out there, y'all keep going forward. It's okay. I'm your uncle. We got you. But you got to realize, man, I can't do it by myself. You got to meet me halfway. Meet me halfway. Let's fix this. Let's get this right. I believe in you. The question is, do you believe enough in the game and in yourself to create the new person I know you can be?